This video will show you how to make a breaking glass animation in Blender. Please watch up to the very end. In the description of this video, I've already put for you a link to download the model we are going to use for this tutorial. When you open Blender, first press Delete to delete the default cube. Go to File, then click on Append, then browse for the model file you've just downloaded. Click on it, then select Mesh and then click on Cylinder, then click on Append to append it. So first select it and come to the modifier properties, then go to Generate and add a subdivision surface modifier. Reduce the render levels to 1. Now press Tab to go to the edit mode. Press Alt-H to reveal the hidden parts. Press 3 to switch to face selection, then select this face. Press Ctrl+ several times until the entire cover is selected. Now press P, then click on Selection to separate it by selection. Now press Tab to go back to the object mode. If you click here to disable and enable its visibility, you can see that they are two separate objects. So click on this icon, then switch this area from 3D Viewport to Preferences. Under Add-ons, click here in the search box, then type in Cell Fracture. Click on this box to activate this object's Cell Fracture add-on. Now click on this icon again and switch back to the 3D viewport. Select this bottle and its cover and click on this X to go to a side view, then press G then Z to move it up to this level. Press R to rotate it to this side. Press R then Z again to rotate it this side as well. Now select this bottle and come to Object, then go to Quick Effects and select Cell Fracture. In its settings, come here under Recursive Shatter and switch it from small to random. The rest of the settings are fine, so come down here and click on OK. It will just take a moment for the pieces to build up. Now that they have built up, press M then click on New and rename the collection a name of your liking. In my case, I'll use Broken Pieces, then click on OK to move them to this new collection. You can now see that they are easy to hide and unhide. Now come here and first disable the viewport visibility of this cylinder. Press Shift to then go to Mesh and add a plane. Press S then 10 to scale it up by 10. Press G then Z then -1 to move it down by 1. Select one of these pieces, then go to Object and under Rigid Body select Add Active. Select this plane too and go to Object, then under Rigid Body select Add Passive. Now if you play it, you can see the piece falling down. So select it and go to the Physics properties, then click on this drop-down arrow on Surface Response. Reduce on the friction value, then play it to see the results. Adjust it until the results look okay to you. Select this plane too and come to the Rigid Body settings and reduce on his friction as well. Once everything looks fine, select this cover and first deactivate its viewport visibility. Select this piece with Rigid Body, then click on this X to go to a side view, then click here to switch to wireframe view, then select all these pieces. Go to Object, then click on Rigid Body and select Copy from Active. Now if you play it, you can see them breaking up. So click here and reduce the end frame to 150. Come to the outliner and enable the visibility of the bottle cap. Go back to the first frame and then select it and come to the Physics properties, then give it a Rigid Body Physics. Now if you play it, you can see it falling down too, but on a closer look you can notice an undesirable explosive effect near the cap. To fix that, come to the Rigid Body settings, then scroll down to Collisions and change the shape from Convex Hull to Mesh. If you play it now, you can see that it's behaving properly. So now go to the Scene properties, then click on this drop-down arrow on Rigid Body. Scroll down and click on this drop-down arrow on Cache, then click on Bake to bake the simulation. Now go to Object, then come down to Rigid Body and select Bake to Keyframes. Click on OK to bake the keyframes. Come to the outliner, then select this first cylinder, then scroll down to the bottom and hold Shift, then click on the last one to select all of them. Go to Object, then come down to Rigid Body and select Bake to Keyframes. Click on OK to bake the keyframes. Now you can see that every piece has its keyframes, and if you go to the physics properties you can see that the rigid body is applied. Now first come to the outliner and disable the viewport and render visibility for this broken pieces collection. Select this cap and come to the timeline, then press A to select all the keyframes. Press G and move them up to frame 40. Come to the outliner, then enable the viewport and render visibility for the bottle. Select the bottle and cap, then activate this auto keying button. Come to frame 40, then select the cap and press Shift D, then right-click to duplicate it in position. Come to the timeline and press A to select all the keyframes, then press Delete to delete them. Select the bottle and the duplicated cap, then press G and click to assign a keyframe at this point. Go to the first frame and press G, then Z to move them up along the Z. Now if you play it you can see it coming down. Now select this original cap and go to the outliner, then disable its render visibility, then right-click on this icon, then click on Assign Keyframe. Go to frame 40, then come to the outliner and enable its render visibility. Select this bottle, then go to the first frame and right-click on this render visibility, then assign a keyframe. Go to frame 40 and disable it to assign another keyframe. Select this duplicated cap and click here to disable its render visibility, then right-click and assign a keyframe. Go to frame 1 and click on this icon again to enable its render visibility. Come back to the outliner, then enable the viewport and render visibility for the broken pieces collection. Select this first piece, then scroll down up to the last one and hold Shift, then click on it to select all of them. Now come to the timeline, then press G and move these keyframes up to frame 40. For purposes of rendering you can first render 40 frames at this point, then after you enable the render visibility for this collection and continue to render. And now we are done. So go ahead to work on your scene further in render. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial up to now, I really appreciate. If you found this video useful, please consider subscribing to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you never miss out on our latest content. Also let us know what you want us to teach you about Blender in the comments, I promise we'll make a video. Have fun animating, I sign out.